Hey, Cigar Craig coming to you from the 2025 TPE show. Of course, all the coverage is sponsored by Cigar Medics.
Cigar Medics. I
No
talked to
cigar
those
medics.
guys.
Did
They
you?
were pretty good.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm here with Nick.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Nick.
Nick.
Cigar Pulpit Nick.
Yep, the bishop.
That's
The
me.
Bishop of Bern.
That's me.
So I told you yesterday when I met you for the first time, basically, that I wasn't jumping on board with listening because I was afraid because it was a cigar pulpit. I don't like to be proselytized to.
I get it. We're
And
less of the
then I listened.
proselytizing and more of the prostituting.
Yeah, then I listened to an episode and I was like, yeah, I'm on board. It's you get some wretched shit in there, and that's
Lots of wretched shit.
That's
Lots
good.
of
I appreciate that.
We bring the lounge environment to the listeners that either aren't in the lounge at the time they're listening or don't have a lounge to visit. So like when you're sitting in the cigar lounge, you're not sitting around talking about, oh, the flavor notes on this cigar remind me of oak and cherry, and you're not like,
of course,
dissecting like, is this the Viso or the Ligero that I'm tasting? You're sitting around talking about sports and life and stupid shit, family, this and that and whatever. And so like we bring some cigar stuff in. Some episodes are very cigar heavy. Other ones are just goofy as hell.
See, and when I met you, I felt like I already knew you because you share so much of your personal life on the show.
And what you get on the show is what I am.
Apparently, it's true. Yeah. Yep. So I definitely come to appreciate listening to the Cigar Pulpit. I listen to the audio version.
I appreciate that. But, nobody needs to watch this.
I always.
It's me in my garage.
Yeah.
So it's like if you want to see what the front end of my car looks like, and maybe the like boxes stacked in the garage right now, that's basically it. Now when it's nice outside, you'll see what my patio looks like. That kind of thing.
Looking forward to that.
Yeah, it's a work in progress. Yeah. I moved last year, so I have a new house. So it's not bad, but I really need to figure out how to get my listeners to like do a crowd fund to buy me that shed that I want.
Shed to make it build a studio.
Build the studio. I mean, I figure I need about $15,000. So if all my listeners throw in $1,000, then I'm set. All 15 of you just throw in $1,000 and I'm set.
That's not as much to ask, really.
Well, you want to be the first donation?
Not today. I'm a little short.
Okay. I see how.
Been in Vegas for 3 days.
Yeah, I get it. Well, if you hit big, you might be able to cover the whole shed.
That's true.
Yeah.
Same with you.
I don't have the money to be gambling with right now.
I get you there.
Yeah.
Yep. So what are you finding with the show? You're collecting some content for the future episodes?
So let me ask you a question. I have been collecting content. My TP coverage will be hitting on Tuesday, February 4th. That's when I'll have all my interviews and stuff like that. I guess in terms of an overall like impression of the show, how honest and direct do you want me to be?
As honest and direct as you want to
be. All
right.
So I've been coming here since 2020.
Mm-hmm.
So this is what, my 6th year?
I was here in 20 and 22.
And I'm not going to lie, I think it peaked in 22 for cigars.
I agree with you. Yep.
I think in 22 it peaked for cigars. I think since then we've seen a downturn. This year, there are a lot of brands that didn't come out that have been at all the previous ones I've been to. In terms of the carpet, so there's the red carpet and the blue carpet. For your listeners and maybe don't know this, cigars are all concentrated on the red carpet. The alternative products are all on the blue carpet.
Yep.
And
the scary carpet, I call it.
There's a lot of alternative products that have bled into the red carpet to flush it out and fill it out. I mean, there's Fat Woods right outside the media lounge where we're sitting right now, and that's straight up, weed blunts and fetish urine. I didn't know this was a thing. They have fetish urine.
Well, you've looked more into this than I.
Well, that's what caught my eye was the sign that said fetish urine, and I'm like, what the hell is that? Apparently, it's a bottle of like some sort of urine that you can use for like passing drug tests and stuff.
Okay.
I don't know. This is a product they're selling here, and it's on the red carpet.
That's
so, the cigar side of things is definitely shrunk, and next year, quite frankly, is going to be a lot worse because of the dates that the show has moved to.
Right.
It's moving to the end of March into the beginning of April. That's butting right up to PCA. And I do think that you're going to see a number of brands decide, you know what, I'm not going to do both shows. I'm only going to do this one. So, but on the flip side, for TPE, if you're rating what the show is, I think the show has done well, but they've done well by expanding into those alternative
Right.
products. There's a whole second floor of vapes and all kinds of other stuff. I haven't even been up there yet, and so it's one of those things where they when I first started coming out here, cigars were a third to a quarter of the show floor.
It was also the Tobacco Plus Expo,
precise,
not
the Total Products Expo. Now, with the addition of the second story and with the way the show floor is laid out on the floor we're on right now, I would say cigars are maybe an eighth of the total show floor, if that.
Generous,
And so, to be honest, yes, this show, I think, has decided, I think we're bigger with the alternative products, less the cigars, and they've leaned into that. Nothing wrong with that. If that's what they want to do, this is their show. They can do what they want to do. But I do think it's going to result in this show dwindling in importance in terms of cigars.
Yeah. I mean, retailers aren't going to come in February, basically, to spend money and then go again to the IPCPR PCA show in April.
Yeah.
They don't.
Well, it's not even that. It's not even February. It's March 31st through April 2nd next year. Yeah. So I mean, like,
even this year,
you're literally 10 days out from PCA next year. This year, you're right. You're not coming out in February and coming back to New Orleans in April.
Right.
So, I do think the cigar side of things is kind of slipped and waned. Whereas in 2022, man, I mean, the cigar side was like, you had top manufacturers, like the head guys.
Yeah. I
mean, you had Nick Perdomo, you had Rocky Patel, you had all the head guys at the show. Whereas this year, it's like, reps.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's my impression of the show. I mean, it's been fun. It's been a good couple days in Vegas. I've ate well. Hell's Kitchen was a wonderful experience.
Right.
I'm going to something tonight that's like some library. It's themed it's like the MGM. It's like a library themed restaurant. It seems really cool. But it's been fun. And I will say the people throwing TPE, they treat us very well.
Right.
So I have no complaints in that regard. More ashtrays.
Right.
TPE, if you're watching, we need more ashtrays around here. I have been struggling finding ashtrays, and to the point that, like, you're going to find cigar ash on the carpet. It's not all mine, but at least a little bit.
You definitely find it.
So
now I did hear a rumor that Jerry Pulaski has been roaming around looking for
cited
blackberry brandy flavored vapes.
He found some blackberry brandy flavored vapes. In fact, last night I saw him at a Korean barbecue restaurant, and he had procured this, like, I think it's technically raspberry wine, but when I went up to his table to ask how he was doing, he did tell me that it was very blackberry brandy-ish.
Wow.
And he was enjoying it.
Nice.
It was problematic because it was the Korean barbecue. So you had the barbecue thing in the center of the table, and you put the meat on the... So, like, you had a fire and a blackberry brandy. It was a bad combination, but... I can
see where that would be bad.
Yeah, well, we could go further, and I won't, but, nonetheless, it could get weird. But, But he has been roaming the show floor.
Yes, I've heard.
Somehow he got in. I think he's associated with some, like, chain of, like, convenience stores up in Wisconsin, something. It's like Hazib's, like, General Mart. I don't know what it is. If you hear the music, I think that's coming from their booth.
Might be.
But yeah.
It's not Drew Estate this time.
It's not Drew Estate this time. No. We've been rocking Bali World this year. So.
Yep. Very cool.
No, it's been a good time. It's been a good time.
Well, I appreciate you taking a few minutes to sit with me.
Well, thank you, Craig. I appreciate
getting to know you
time
on this trip.
Yeah, it's been nice saying hi and everything. And guys, Cigar Craig. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I just write shit about cigars.
Whatever.
Yeah, it's fun.
I talk shit about cigars. You write shit.
There you go.
Whatever. There you go.
Good. Great.
All right. Thanks everybody.
Nick. All right. Take it easy.